Iranian government could cooperate with U.S. in attempt to stop Iraqi militants. Iran could join forces with its old adversary the United States in a bid to restore security in Iraq. President Hassan Rouhani has said he will provide assistance if he sees Washington intervene in an effort to combat terrorism. The prospect of military cooperation came as the U.S. Defense Secretary ordered an aircraft carrier into the Gulf region to provide flexibility in case military action proves necessary.Chuck. Hagel ordered the carrier, along with 2 missile ships, to move into the region in anticipation of military operations needed to protect American lives, citizens and interests in Iraq. The carrier USS George H. Bush, moving from the North Arabian Sea, will be accompanied by the guided missile cruiser USS Philippine Sea and the guided missile destroyer USS.Chuck and are expected to arrive this evening. A Pentagon statement said, the order will provide the Commander-in-Chief additional flexibility should military options be required to protect American lives, citizens and interests in Iraq. However, President Rouhani claimed Tehran was unlikely to send forces to Iraq, despite being ready to help within the framework of international law. Shiite Muslim Iran has been alarmed by the seizure this week of several major northern Iraqi towns by Sunni Islamist insurgent forces and their sweep southward to within an hour's drive of Baghdad, and not far from the Iranian border. "We all should practically and verbally confront terrorist groups," Rouhani told a news conference broadcast live on state television. Asked if Tehran would work with Washington in tackling the advances by Sunni insurgents in Iraq, he replied, "We can think about it if we see America starts confronting the terrorist groups in Iraq or elsewhere." Fighters of the Islamic State of Iraq and the Levant, ISIL, are bent on recreating a diabolical caliphate spanning territory they have carved out in fragmenting Iraq and Syria, where it has exploited a power vacuum in the midst of civil war. A senior Iranian official told Reuters earlier this week that Tehran, which has strong leverage in Shiite-majority Iraq, may be ready to cooperate with Washington in helping Baghdad fight back against the jihadist ISIL rebels. The official said the idea of cooperating with the Americans was being discussed within the Tehran leadership. For now, according to Iranian media, Iran will send advisors and weaponry, although probably not troops, to boost Baghdad. Iran has never dispatched any forces to Iraq and it is very unlikely it will ever happen, Rouhani told Saturday's news conference. Western diplomats suspect Iran has in the past sent some of its Revolutionary Guards, a hardline force that works in parallel with the army, to train and advise the Iraqi army or its militia allies. Interior Minister Abdulreza Rahmani Fazli, quoted by Fars news agency, said, "Supporting the Iraqi government and nation do not mean sending troops to Iraq. It means condemning terrorist acts and closing and safeguarding our joint borders." In Washington, U.S. President Barack Obama said he was reviewing military options, short of sending combat troops, to help Iraq repel the insurgency but warned any U.S. action must be accompanied by an Iraqi government effort to bridge divisions between Shiite and Sunni communities. U.S. officials said there were no contacts going on with Iran over the crisis in Iraq. Rouhani said he was not aware of any American plans for Iraq or whether Washington wanted to help Baghdad. "If the Iraqi government and nation ask for our help, we will review it. So far there has not been such a request," he added. "We are ready to help in the framework of international regulations and laws." Rouhani said terrorist groups were getting financial and political backing and weaponry from some regional countries and some powerful Western states. He named no countries, but was alluding in part to Sunni Gulf Arabs who Iran suspects has funneled support to ISIL. Where did ISIL come from? Who is funding this terrorist group? We had warned everyone, including the West, about the danger of backing such a terrorist and reckless group. Gulf Arab governments deny any role in backing ISIL, noting that the group has long battled Saudi Arabia's allies among other Sunni rebel factions in Syria. Saudi Arabia last month designated ISIL a terrorist organization, conveying its concern that young Saudis hardened by battle could come home to target the ruling al-Saud royal family, as happened after earlier wars in Afghanistan and Iraq.